Imagine waking up one morning to discover that your property, which was previously worth a decent market value, is now significantly worth less because of new government rules. How would you feel? Welcome to Hear the Web with Tom and Lily.
In today's episode, we dissect a recent ruling from the Supreme Court involving controversial rent stabilization regulations in New York City. Picture this: about 1 million dwellings with their maximum rent increase being set by the government, where tenants can continuously renew their leases indefinitely. But at what cost? Let's delve into this, shall we?
Definitely. Rent stabilization is a controversial topic, and possession of property and the rights that come with it can be an explosive issue. Now, certain landlords challenged these regulations, arguing that it constitutes an unconstitutional government taking of property.
This is what the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit examined with these regulations. Although they acknowledged that property owners might feel aggrieved by the diminished value of their properties, they ultimately rejected this claim in a unanimous vote, citing the government's right to regulate private property.
Pardon me, Lily, but isn't that a pretty slippery slope? I mean, regulation that seems so onerous that its effect is tantamount to a direct appropriation or ouster seems quite drastic, doesn't it?
True, Tom, but the court referenced a 1992 ruling involving a mobile home park in California, where it was determined that lease regulation didn't amount to an outright government takeover, hence not violating the takings clause.
And moving on to the flip side of this argument, lawyers defending those opposing the regulations argued that the owners of these rental units are being unfairly marginalized within New York's political process. They claim it was due to the combined voting power of those benefiting from subsidized apartments and the millions of taxpayers who would otherwise have to bear the cost of providing affordable housing.
Precisely. The way these politicians see it, they can please tenants and taxpayers by putting the financial burden of subsidized housing on property owners. But is the minority expected to carry this weight reasonable or fair? Well, that's a hot question.
That it is, Lily. And that's all we have for this episode of Hear the Web. We've unraveled a complex and deeply divisive issue that leaves us questioning the intersection of private property rights and affordable housing. Stay tuned for more episodes where we unravel the web that is our world.